In this video, I'll be walking you through the complete editing process of a raw image. So this video is actually into two parts: camera raw, color correction and color grading, photo editing using um, frequency separation. And if you stay to the end, I'm going to show you a bonus tip where you can whiten the eyes and teeth, and also um, adding more pinkish to the lip. So by the end of this video, you will be a pro retoucher of any kind of image. So let's get into it. Okay, so go ahead and open up your photo. In this case, this is a raw photo. That's why it's opening up in Camera Raw. Bear in mind, if your image is not if it's not a raw image, it will not open in this form. So here we are in Camera Raw. I'm just going to go ahead and do some basic adjustment. I'll just take the highlight a little bit up because the picture is actually dark. So I'll take the highlight a little bit. Also, I'll take up the blacks, reduce the black a little bit and the shadow. All right, increase the contrast. Let's zoom in so we actually see what we are doing. Okay, so we still have a little bit of highlight at the forehead. I'll take it down a little bit. So as you can see, I just want to now adjust a little bit here. This setting is actually, you just use your eye and you can do so many adjustments. Looking at this image, on the background there's some blue, so you want to go to this panel right here, the mixer, and for the green you want to take it up. You take down the green a little bit to make it more green, and if you take up the yellow, it means you're actually sending we're actually taking it to the green side, because you can reduce the luminance. All right, so this actually depend on your photo. So in this case, I'm going to go to the green because I want the green to pop a little bit. I'm going to take it a little bit up. I'm going to take it up to have more of the green. Then I'll take the saturation down to make it more green. All right, increase the saturation and the luminance. I'm just also going to take it down, so I want something like a dark green. All right, so you can see the before and after here on the screen. This is on the left hand side is the image before, and this is the result we've gotten so far. All right, also here I just want to adjust this one a little bit. This will make our image pop a little bit more. So as you can see, the result we have gotten so far is so amazing. Just keep this value to like reduce the cyan of this. Just put it down a little bit. So as you can see, the before and the after. I'm just gonna go ahead and open this up into Photoshop. All right, before that, I just want to make a little adjustment. All right, I'm just gonna go to effect and then take this up a little bit more. All right, so as you can see, I just want to sharpen the image a little bit more, so you can see the difference right here. Just take up the sharpen a little bit. All right, and you just want to also go here and increase it a little bit. So here's our image now in Photoshop. Okay, first thing we're going to do, we're going to be moving now into the second step of the tutorial, all right, which is frequency separation. So first of all, we want to remove all the distraction from our model's face. So in this case, I'll be going with the remove tool. If you don't have this tool, just check on your dashboard. You are going to find this tool right down onto it. All right, reduce the size of this tool by holding the left bracket, and you just drag it on the hair right here. All right, make sure soft round brush is selected and you want to reduce the hardness. All right, reduce the size of the brush to be thin, just like the size of the hair. And you just want to go ahead and remove all the distraction from the model skin. All right, now I'm going to switch to the clone stamp tool. I will just clone stamp from the good area and then paste it on to the area where we want to replace this. This is the before and the after. I will do the same using the clone stamp tool. I will just sample this good area and paste it on the area where we want to fix the model skin. So as you can see, under our neck right here, we have something, some distraction here. I'm just going to sample this area and paint on it. I'm going to undo that, sample again from the other side and paint on it just to clean this a little bit. All right, so this is looking good before and after, before and after. All right, so our next step, we're going to now go into frequency separation. All right, duplicate the layer twice. You want to go ahead and rename this into textures and colors. All right, deactivate the first layer and clicking activate the color, go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur. So here, bear in mind, more blur reduce, if you add more blur reduce during mixing, the image will be less blurring. All right, let me take it again. More blurriness from more than 10, reduce from like 5 to 10. Your images will be less blurry, or will be less smooth when we are mixing. So in this case, I'm just going to be going with around this radius right here. So if in case you put like 2 or 3 radius during mixing, the image will be very, very blurry. All right, it will be very, very smooth. So I don't want it to be that much smooth, so I'm going to be going with a high blur radius in this case, because I just want my mother's skin to be less smooth. All right, just a little bit of the effect that I want in this case. So I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. Activate the first layer. Then you want to go to apply image. Make sure the layer is now set to the underneath layer. All right, the color layer, and then you want to choose this blend option. Choose the blend option and click on add. All right, make sure to activate this layer to invert it, because we are working with a 16-bit image. If you are working with an 8-bit, you're just going to go ahead and change the blend mode to subtract, and you set the offset to 2 and opacity to 128, and then you make sure to uncheck this invert. But since we're working with a 16-bit, we're just going to reverse the setting. So we hit OK. Group the both layer together, and you want to name it FS, which stands for frequency separation. All right. Pick up our mixer brush tool, but one more thing, we have to change the blend mode. We have to change the blend mode of this layer to linear light. Okay, so now we are ready to start mixing and making our model face smooth. In the mixer brush tool, make sure the hardness is set to 0. All right, and you want to make sure that this brush is selected, and you just follow up on this setting right here. You can just go ahead and pause this video to have the same setting. Okay, when that's done, just go ahead and start painting on our subject, hence making the face and the texture smooth. So I'm just going to brush up on our model's face just like that. I'm just going to mix in onto her face. You can see the before and the after, mixing the highlights together. As you can see, her face is already looking so smooth and so nice. The effect is really, it's not really much because we use a higher blur radius. So this is actually what I was talking about. If you use a high blur radius in the Gaussian blur, you just have a little smooth on the model's face. I don't want it that much of the effect, so I'm just going to go ahead and continue painting on the model's face. So as you can see, the before and the after, before and after. All right, so I'll paint also on the other side of her face. Just paint on it like that. Now this process can take more time depending on your model's skin texture. All right, so just take up your time, and you want to mix this properly before after. So the model's face, you can see, is really looking good. So right now we'll be doing the neck. All right, make sure to mix the dark area separately, and also mixing the highlight separately as well. So we'll just mix it a little bit more to add more smooth on her chest region right here on the highlights. Mix the highlights. Remember, mix the highlights separately, and mix the mid-tones separately as well. All right, so I will just forward on this part a little bit, so the video would not be that much long. Okay, so here's the before and the after of the overall effect, which is really in my opinion looking so good, what we have gotten so far. So we just zoom in a little bit to see if there's any more changes that we can do. So to my opinion, everything is looking good. All right, I promise you guys at the end of the video I'll be giving you a bonus tip. So here's a bonus tip that I'm gonna be giving you, but before that, click on this. Before that, I wanna give you the bonus tip right now. All right, create a stamp visible layer of all our work and go to hue and saturation, and you take down the saturation a little bit. So this will actually give us like a very nice eye coloring. All right, it will make our eye pop a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and brush into the eyes to make it more white. I'll brush into the eyes like this. So before and after, the effect is not really that much, but as you can see, the effect is still there. All right, so this is the first bonus tip that I'll be giving you. The second one is to make the lip more pinkish. So as you can see, the lip is a little bit less pinkish and a little bit white and dry. So we're gonna add this color, sample this color of the lip. All right, and you want to use that same color with a brush, a soft one brush, and you just paint on the lip just like that. Equally, we'll paint on the other side of the lip. So when that is done, change the blend mode to multiply. Double click on the layer and it will take us to this layer style of box where we are going to I will just change the blend mode to color. All right, now double click on the layer style box and take it away from the dark area. All right, this will actually make our lip a little bit more pinkish. So I don't want it to be like it's a lipstick. I want it to the effect to be like natural lipstick. It will be actually like a natural lipstick. So this actually what you'll be doing, and you